Hi guys, this is my Star Trek Picard Season 2, Episode 3 review, Assimilation. So it opens up, obviously, no, maybe I should tell you a little bit less. Great episode. Honestly, I lost track of time. I was like watching. Um, it was a really good episode. There was one thing that really annoyed me. It's just a nitpick because I'm such a nerd. But basically, it was a really good episode. This season so far has been 3 episodes of just good. This is where we enter the spoiler part of the video, so go watch the episode, then come back. That might be the best thing to do. So basically, it opens up at the end of the last episode where they're being held hostage by Seven's husband and his security guards. And they're standing there, and obviously the tension comes. Elnor's shot, lying on the floor, bloodied, green blood everywhere. Kicks some butt. The Borg Queen starts wandering. Borg Queen falls over. She's wandering around on 2 feet, or 2 hands. And Girardi's scared crapless. And basically, Elnor is lying there. The guards they've killed, disintegrated. They don't seem to worry about the fact that these are actually just normal people, which I find really, really interesting. It's just like, okay, maybe not murder everyone. They beat them. The Borg Queen takes control of the ship, and La Serena, I do remember it, and basically just destroys anyone pursuing them, rockets off around the sun. We cut to Q pops in for a second to sort of pick on Picard and going, "Do you want to know what you did?" and then disappears. Which is great. I don't mind John Delancey being sort of sprinkled throughout the episodes. Which it's understandable that obviously you've got him, you want to milk him for the whole season. The Watcher was brought up, which is basically, I think it was brought up in the end of episode 2. And they've got to go locate him. They don't crash land in Los Angeles because that would be too visible. So I'm gathering they crashed next to Chateau Picard. I feel like they go, I'm taking you home. Where's home? And then they obviously, the Borg Queen's taking control. They get a little bit of control back. Elnor dies on the table. I was honestly going to open up this video by making a joke about Elnor dying. Oh yeah, we all believe that. He did die. I do think he'll be back either at the end of the season or at least when the time travel ends. Elnor's not my favorite character in the series anyway. Like, he has a potential, but I don't think that Evan Evagoria is the greatest actor. And I'm Australian and he's Australian, and it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit... Captain Picard's on the ship with Girardi. They argue back and forth about whether she's going to be connected to the Borg Queen to find out what the Borg Queen knows. Rios, Seven, and Raffi, basically they're going to go look for the Watcher. They've decided to go to the tallest tower and try and do an overview scan of LA from there. Seven's finding the 21st century soothing because she hasn't got a Borg implant and she's getting treated like a normal person, and for her that's not common. Obviously, since Voyager, she's always been treated as a bit of the outsider. And Raffi is just on a mission. She just wants to finish this, save Elnor. Which I like her relationship as sort of a parental figure for Elnor. I think that's a really good and a really positive way to build. I'm a little bit unsure as to why Captain Picard doesn't care more. I get that he's probably just focused on the mission and finishing what he needs to be done to change the timeline back. It was an interesting an interesting thing. I just thought, oh, Picard should have been doing this. We should have been doing more emotion. And yes, so they go out. Obviously, Seven materializes, and Rios materializes halfway up a building, falls, crash, hits his head. Raffi materializes and then goes and beats up a homeless dude, steals his gun and his money. Which, to be honest, if you're going to America and someone pulls a gun on you, like, I feel like that's just every day in America these days. And so Rios is in the hospital. He's got a concussion. He's being treated by this doctor who he's a bit flirtatious with. He loses his communicator. Seven and Raffi are on the top of the tower. They're trying to obviously get the signal. They have to get past the security guard and play a little bit of a, oh, we know this guy. He'll be able to sort out. He would have done this for us. And then they get up the top. Rios obviously has to find his comm badge, which has fallen off because of his concussion when they brought him in. And the kid's got it, and the kid tries to trick him into giving it. And I thought that was quite amazing too. I was like, this weird little acting bits. And basically the American immigration comes in. I can't remember what they're called. They suddenly pull up and, oh my God, they're all going to get in trouble. Rios pretends to help the doctor. Rios goes and pretends to be another doctor. Oh, and guess what? He's arrested. That's a lot of rambling. That's the whole episode. And honest to God, like Rios is arrested, the other doctor's arrested. Seven and Raffi are on top of the building trying to find the Watcher. Picard and Girardi. So Girardi gets linked up to the Borg Queen, and there's this interesting moment where the Borg Queen's probing her mind, and they talk about it as in its doors. And basically, as the Borg Queen's doing this, she's changing Girardi's emotions, and it was really well done. Like Alison Pill plays those emotions really, really well. Picard's there and he's watching, and she gives him admiration, and then she's angry with him, and it's really interesting. It just seems like this season's it's firing on all cylinders. Like the time travel plot's not new, the Borg plot's not new. So basically, the end of the episode ends with Alison Pill has got the information on the Watcher and where the Watcher is. She doesn't know what's being changed in the timeline yet, but she's hoping to remember that later. And it ends with Rios getting carted away by the police, of which he was warned not to do when they first left. So, my thoughts, my nitpick on the episode, my just giant nitpick. She was connected to the Borg Queen via a tubule. The tubule didn't infect her. Like it didn't, you didn't see, normally you see like little lines and stuff develop. She's being assimilated. There's nanobots in there. That didn't happen. It was just like a mind connection. And I was a bit like, look, I get that you're trying not to have the whole let's deal with Girardi being assimilated. It just felt a bit odd. It was like, you don't quite understand how the Borg were, unless because she's a queen, she's exhausted all her nanoprobes, or maybe they removed her nanoprobes. I don't know. It was a little bit of a nitpick for me. Kind of like with the first episode where they didn't mention Beverly, and the second episode where they didn't mention that Seven had met Q. It's really weird. It's just like they keep just missing little things. Or maybe it's intentional. I don't know. So, my review of the episode is it was fantastic. This season is being far, far more entertaining than the first season. The first season had a lot of episodes where you're just like, I am bored. This season, every episode, this one, honestly, God, I lost track of time. I got to the end and I'm like, what? Are we done already? And it was really good. I'm really looking forward to next week. Tell me what you thought. Put it down in the comments. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe. Make sure that you voice your opinion, whether you hated it, whether you liked it, because in the end, an opinion isn't wrong, and I'm happy to hear them all. This is Trek Trav. Join me next week for my Star Trek Picard Season 2, Episode 4 review. And have a good day, night, or whatever, wherever you're from. Thank you.